Well. Happy Saturday, everyone. We are back. It's been, what, 2 weeks? How do we even survive that?
2 weeks. Who was on last week?
I don't know.
Was that,
I,
was that the
I was
auction?
having a blast. Oh,
Was
yeah,
that
that
the
was the
auction?
auction.
What was the auction?
And I wasn't even in the chat, even, let alone participating.
I
I
was.
was, yeah.
I won.
What did you get that you didn't need?
Uh, I need to be like you and not watch them until afterwards. I know that.
There you go. Watch the replay. It's a lot cheaper, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. I got green emerald shrimp, ocean blue shrimp, and
Nice.
pygmy swordtails.
From who? Oh, you'll know.
Big Steve.
Nice.
I got the shrimp from Richard Reynolds and Dennis, his neighbor down there.
Yeah.
Swiffle.
Yep. Perfect.
I already got them. They're already in the tanks.
Nice.
And I got another one of Latoya's packs
Oh yeah.
where you'll get the botanicals, you get some shrimp food, all kinds of goodies in the little bag.
Yeah.
I've got 2 or 3 of those so far. Those are pretty nice.
Awesome.
And
So
you get a little, where's my hand? A small sample of stuff
right.
before you buy a pound of it,
Right.
which is good to do because
Yeah.
some animals don't like certain things.
Yeah.
Everything I've got from her's been good stuff though.
Nice. That's on my bucket list to go back to a high tannins setup.
I might
Uh,
do that with my angelfish.
oh yeah. Do it.
Well, gotta wait for my packages to get here, and then I'll start putting it in there. I'd
Yeah.
rather do it that way than add that. Who makes that stuff? That extract? Is it Fritz?
Yeah. Yeah. I think so.
I'd rather do it with leaves and stuff.
Oh yeah. Same. Um, I actually have like a trash bag of leaves I picked up last fall here local. The maple leaves.
Yeah, I haven't done that for a while. I know my neighbors thought I was crazy because I wasn't out there. Everybody else is out there raking theirs in lawn
Right.
and leaf bags, and I'm out there putting them in 5-gallon buckets and carrying them in the house. You're probably like, what is wrong with that guy?
That guy looks a little suspicious. But
Actually, I don't know who. It might have been Keith told me that you're better to pick them right off the tree instead of off the ground.
yeah, yep.
Pick them when they're green and then let them dry out inside.
Right. Because you're not picking up any of the extra bacteria, the toxins on the ground.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know the research behind it. I want to say
Yeah.
he told me that. Maybe not.
But I mean, if you gather it up and let them sit around for months on end, I mean, by the time you're ready to use them, whatever bacteria that was on them on the ground has long gone moved on.
I always just had to make sure I had them in this room somewhere at the door shut, or the cats thought it was playtime.
Yep.
They was either playing with them and they were all over the floor, or they turned it into a litter box.
Right.
So they're most of the time evicted out of here.
Yeah. I have a question for you, Curtis. I picked up a DIY cheap thing from Goodwill today.
Is that the picture you showed me, or is that
No, something else.
Uh oh.
And I want you to tell me if I'm out of my rocker or if I'm thinking the right way. Hold on.
I can already tell you're off your rocker.
I just got back on. We're good. Anyways, let me see. Bring the microphone back over here. Okay.
Yeah,
Is this too small for a better fish?
probably not for me or you because we would know how to take care of it. But I wouldn't
Right,
recommend it for anybody that's new
right.
because I know you'll change water and take care of it.
Oh yeah,
You'll have plants in it. And,
right. Oh yeah.
yeah.
Lemon says yes. It's too small.
Now, there was some at the Quad City Swap, and I don't remember who it was. I told them like when it was over. They were like the champagne glasses,
Yep.
but these things were like the size of beach balls, huge,
Oh wow.
and
For how much?
they were like $50.
Oh, that's cheap.
They were sitting underneath the vendor's table, and I can't think of the guy's name. God, I can see his face. It'll come to me.
Yeah.
He's
I was eating.
Mike's friend from Illinois.
Okay.
The title's something like Moose Fish Tanks or does something.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
I had two options: go with the better, or go with the shrimp setup.
You could put shrimp in there and that'd basically be carefree.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be aquascape with plants, coming out of the top of it, etc. But
Or,
uh,
or find you some aquatic isopods. That'd be a weird display.
right,
Those are pretty cool little creepy crawlies.
yeah. This is probably I don't say about 2 gallons, probably.
I had one about that size, but it didn't have the stem on it. It was just like a big vase.
Right.
And that's what I was growing Daphne in.
Yeah.
And some dumbass knocked it off the end of the table and, whoa, smash. I got it. I got it at Hobby Lobby though.
Nice.
They got all
No,
kinds of glass.
yeah. That's an idea. I can check out Hobby Lobby and see what they have. They might have a better option for a better setup than this thing. This thing cost me five something from Goodwill.
Somewhere. I'm not gonna go looking for it, but you know the drink dispensers?
Yep.
Glass.
Yeah. But
I,
how
I
do
got
you make sure that it doesn't leak?
it's just like a bulkhead on an aquarium. It's got the washers and stuff where you tighten
Right.
it up.
Because there was one at Goodwill for $5. I almost grabbed it, but I was too nervous about it getting bumped or leaking.
If nothing else, I would just put a little silicone on it and tighten it up.
Good point.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah.
But I was saying I want to say it's a 2 gallon one from Hobby Lobby. It's freaking big.
Right.
It's around here somewhere. I don't know what the hell I'll do with it.
Yeah, I do know people in the fish community, especially the fish police, would run me out of town if I would put a better fish in here.
Mm.
I know that. But like you even mentioned, you and me could easily do it, no problem. And the better would be happy.
Oh yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
I'd have it sitting right here next to me where I could see it all
Yeah.
the time. Probably be overfed.
Hey, since we got the better police in here now, the fish police, let's go ahead and show them something that they're really knocking off the rocker.
Yeah, I think I know what you're going to show them.
Y'all might want to sit down. That way you don't fall over. Let me see. Can you get it on camera?
Yeah, there's my water bottle.
You see him? There he is.
Is that how you brought him back from Dallas?
Yep.
I've done stuff
I-
like that.
I've done watching it a couple times already since then. And that's a pothos that I picked. That Nevada Serena gave to me. It's some fancy pothos that she grows in all her plants. But
Mm.
anyways, that better. I can't get through too well. Uh, that Harley from Peter Customer gave to me, and he's still in quarantine. And I'm debating what would put him with a better home for him. I mean, he's happy in here.
Yeah.
He's okay, but I don't want to. That glass I just showed you would be like 5 times better than this thing.
Oh yeah.
And also, if those don't know, this is the API water bottle.
Yeah, I told Alex I wanted one.
Yeah, I got a whole box of them. Anyways, you better find bigger container say 3G. I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean technically, yo, a responsible fish keeper, the better will be perfectly fine in here for its whole life. You know, if you know what if you did it properly. But see, I don't encourage it because most people will not do it without giving it a good home.
Yeah.
So
True
yeah,
statement. I've done that a couple times, and the wife gets in the truck, and I'm like, whatever you do, don't throw that cup away that's in the cup holder
exactly.
because it's got something in there. And she's really good at giving me the eye roll.
You see what I'm saying, Skull?
Yeah.
And these are amazing containers for when you get shrimp or fish from conventions. Throw them in there, and if you need to, throw an air stone in there if you have to.
Yeah. Well, I've
Isn't
told
that
you
cool?
when I picked up the Daphne the first time,
You're right.
I was like, man, what are we going to put them in? I don't want you to have to bag them up. I was like, well, I got a water bottle.
Yep,
We just dunked
they
it in
make
there.
great. And a water bottle won't see a bag can get punctured and leak, right?
Yeah.
Not these. And these cost me. You know what these things cost me?
Knowing you,
Being a
nothing.
friend.
I was to say, knowing you, nothing. One of these days, you're
Yeah.
going to have a U-Haul to come back from Aquashella.
Right. So yeah. And no, here's one that I haven't told a lot of people. I got some shrimp from Papa Shrimp from the event.
And Jerry?
He bought Jerry. He bought some of his and put it on the fish tube or YouTube, whatever, the YouTube booth set up. He bought some of his stuff. That was on Saturday. He was asking me, "Hey, Vibes, how would it be if you'd bring some, shrimp and stuff to sell?" I said, "Yeah, well, bring it over." For those who don't know, George Maverick and what's her name, Joanna, were the two managers. Which George is the owner, right? Aquashella. But Joanna used to be a manager years ago. Anyways, this Aquashella, she was back. And between her and George, they told me and local Austin, Mike, that we basically, it's all booth. And to run it like a creator, whatever way we can do it to make it more. Yeah, so. Anyway, so Jerry brought some of his shrimp over, some of his burnt t-shirts, and sold some. But anyways, he had some crystals shrimp, Carolina, and I bought some home with me. Cross my fingers that they will make it alive. I don't know, but those crystals, I was debating about throwing in that glass cup.
Yeah.
There's like six crystals right now,
I
and
had a long talk with him about filters for Caradina tanks.
yeah,
Have you seen how he does his?
no, I mean I probably have, but I haven't.
He uses the box filters that has the output pipe on them, not the old pipe or the old square ones. But I wish I had a picture of one.
Huh.
You buy them on Amazon for like $7, but you take the sponge material out, and he's filling it full of stratum.
Uh huh.
So he's circulating water through that, and that's how he's keeping
That's
his
cool.
pH. And I told him, well, I did that a long time ago with the pistos and stuff, but I was using
Uh huh.
the little peat balls like from the horticultural center.
Right.
So we were talking one night, and I was just like, man, I think I want to try some Caradina again and try the peat balls because that'll keep it at 6 easy.
Right. That's a good point.
But he's got like bare bottom tanks now, and he's got whatever kind of other gravel you want because he's doing the stratum and
Right.
those filter
Right.
boxes.
But isn't the Strabs dirty though, or no?
Oh yeah, it's dirty right at first
Yeah. Uh,
because
I think.
it's basically clay.
Right. Is there a different one that the Grant and Shelby use? There's another one.
Yeah, there's
Actually, a couple of them.
there's 4 or 5 of them. I don't know. I don't know most of them.
Right. What I need to do is message Grant or Shelby and find out which one they recommend and
I've
give it a
heard
try.
I've heard them mention 2 or 3, but the only one I
Right.
can ever remember is Stratum because that's the only one available locally to me.
Right. Right. Um, I do have the UNS one, but is that any good?
It's rated pretty high. A lot of people use it.
Yeah.
I'll have to find a picture of that filter box and send it to you.
Yeah, do. Hey, welcome in Sia and Price Tag Joe and 3G, Cheryl Smith and Lumi and okay. Cheryl Smith was first, then Lumi was second. Okay. And Joe was third. Awesome,
Yeah.
y'all.
Or instead of waiting on me, you could just go watch one of Papa Shrimp's latest videos, and he has those filter boxes in there.
Right. Oh yeah, yeah. I can do that.
Yeah.
But
And he's got, what is that shrimp? He told me the name of it. It's like a purple shrimp. But he's been trying to breed out. Can't remember the name of that either. Sucks to get old. But yeah, let's see. Go watch his videos, and it's pretty cool how he did that. And when
yeah,
when he wants to change them, it's just like regular box filter. He has spare ones. He just fills it full of the stratum and just swaps them out. And keeps on going.
Oh yeah.
And I want to say the last ones I bought were $7 or $8 on Amazon.
Okay.
You can buy a single, or a double, or a triple. I think you can make them pretty damn tall.
So if a person would do the same idea, but instead of the stratum would use like limestone or something like that, would that keep the water hard?
Yeah, because you're circulating that water over it instead of just putting it
Yeah.
on the bottom.
Okay, like
But,
for
you know,
instance, yeah.
if your
Go
water's
ahead.
already hard like mine, I can put crushed coral in mine and it'll be there 20 years from now because
Right,
my water doesn't drop in pH to start disintegrating.
right.
Mine's hard all the
Same.
time. So I don't need to do that trick. But to get it pH low enough and soft enough, I gotta play with it.
Yeah.
'Cause
So you think if I would do that, the stratum or whatever, I keep my water low enough that I could keep a pistos.
yeah, I did. But I mixed RO with tap water.
Oh yeah. But see, I guess I need to go out and get an RO unit. That's all it's to it.
Yeah, if you're just gonna do one tank of it, you can get one that hooks right to your sink, just like your water changer does.
Right.
You just set it on the counter and make a gallon or two, and
And it would thread in like
yeah, you can get all kinds of fittings for them.
because oh, for those who right now you get a little secret, back behind the scenes secret before the video comes out. The sink in my bathroom. There's some videos coming out, series, whatever. But one of the videos it will be there's an adapter that will screw onto the sink faucet with a T that the quick disconnect
Yeah,
for the hose. Anyways, if I can do the same idea but use the RO unit, do the same idea, that'd be dope.
yeah, yep.
And how much will an all unit like that, uh, say for like a 40 gallon tank? What size? I mean, what size all would I need?
You don't need a very big one, and you don't have to get the one from Bulk Reef Supply either. You can go to Home Depot and get one.
Right.
The one I have upstairs under my sink was like $220,
Okay.
but it has the external faucet. You got to drill
Yeah.
another hole in your sink, and then you can fill pots and pans or whatever up.
Yeah.
And it has a 2.5 gallon storage tank under the sink.
Nice.
But I just teed into it because my refrigerator's over there. I ran it
Uh
to my
huh.
refrigerator, so if you get ice and water out of my refrigerator, it's RO. But I put another teed.
Oh, I like it.
I got a line dropped over by that sink, so I can just fill a bucket up. But mine only makes like 30 gallons a day, 40 gallons a day.
Which, that's all I would need.
Yeah. You can get one that sits on the counter. The popular one's called RO Buddy. It just sits on the counter.
And how much water would it make a day?
I'm not sure on that one.
Uh,
I would just stuck mine in like one of those brute trash cans and go to work.
yeah, exactly.
Come back at the end of the day and there's 20 gallons in a 40-gallon trash can. I don't know what an RO Buddy would cost. I haven't looked at them in a long time because I got that one. So
Right.
no need.
It's been suggested to me to put peat moss in the box filters to spawn some of my tetras and lasboas. Cool, Cheryl Smith. Do it. Do it.
Yeah. Regular peat moss, I don't know if you've ever messed with it. It's kind of like a mulch. It's kind of stringy. That's why I use the peat balls, but you got to make sure you get the ones that don't have any fertilizer or anything in them. They're just straight peat.
Right.
And they press them into like marble size. They're not as messy that way.
Right.
An RO Buddy is $70 on Amazon right now. It does 50 gallons a day.
Ooh, wow. And if I did a water change once a week, I could easily have I could have a 100 gallon tank, easily.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. But how often would you have to change the filters out though?
Well, usually your RO membrane, you don't change it
Yeah.
every 3 years. You have to change the pre-filter depending on how much you use it. I change mine about every 6 months, and it's like $22 or something for it.
Oh, okay. Maybe I need to look into that and see what all is involved with that because there's some fish out there that I would love to keep, but I haven't because of that.
Mm-hmm. Well, and then you gotta for a while you gotta test your water,
Right.
or you could just do straight RO and remineralize it with salty shrimp or something.
Yeah.
That's easy. I sent you the Amazon thing on your Instagram.
Okay.
I didn't look to see how all that hooks up. But
I'm
there's a
looking
ton.
at that now.
Says there's over 800 of them bought this month. Well, if it would go back.
Good enough.
There's a picture.
And this would
There's a picture where it shows how it hooks up. It basically looks like it just screws on the faucet. Can't see it that good. Sure, there's a YouTube
it's still
video.
loading.
Oh yeah, see it says standard connections fits most faucets. So you basically screw it on like you do a Python or something.
Oh yeah, I see that. Yeah.
$70.
Cool. And if I order that now, I can get it on Monday.
Woohoo!
$70.
I don't know the
But
Home
you know
Depot
what?
I think are all under the sink mounts, if I remember. But Menards has them, Lowe's has them, Walmart online has them. Now that
Cool.
we
So
now
now,
that, now that we have one, my wife won't drink regular tap water. It's either got to be bottled water, it's got to come out of the refrigerator.
oh yeah,
Sh- She's like spoiled,
yeah.
which is all right. That was my excuse to get one.
That's what filter floss is for. Trap the particles. I have a bunch of peat left over from planting veggies.
Yeah, just got to make sure what's in it.
Yep.
If it's just pure peat, yeah. You can just put that in a mesh bag or wherever and throw it in.
Yeah. No. Shout out to Harley, Pinda Customs. He went and gave me one of his mini ponds. That's what it's called. It's a all-in-one aquarium.
Mini pond.
There's a filter in the back. You know, the corner filter, whatever. Like a mini sump, and then there's a light and a lid.
How is that a pond with a lid on it?
Right.
Is that just
That-
the name he threw at it?
Yeah, that's the name that he used. I don't know. You know what? I'm looking up right now. I'm assuming you probably can find them on Amazon for that matter.
Maybe.
PNW custom
I thought
mini
it was
pond.
one of those kits like you get the half a whiskey barrel and it comes with a filter.
Oh yeah.
All of that.
Okay, no, that's not right, is it? It says it's a 4-gallon desktop aquarium. Maybe it is 4-gallon.
Mhm.
I'm not leaning it smaller than that.
Hmm.
Let me see.
Well, there you go. There's your betta house right there. 4 gallons.
Right now, it's holding right now the crystals right now. It's holding them. Let me see. Come on. It must be the 4-gallon one. I'm gonna let load. Wants to see.
Holy smokes. I just got a text message from Jimmy P.
Oh, whoa!
He's still got connection problems, but hello, Jimmy P.
Long time no hear from.
Hello, to everybody from Jimmy P. He's still alive and kicking.
Let me see. Now I'm kind of curious if he has a bigger one. Okay, he does have a small all-in-one extra large 5-gallon one. Okay, that's a new one that they just brought in. The mini pond is a 4-gallon. The small one is a 1-gallon rimless. These are all rimless. And then he has the micro reef ready tank, which is the 40-ounce. Then he has a new one, a micro reef 32-ounce. Now, I don't think I've seen that one in person yet. And then he has the Lagoon. It's a 4-gallon frag tank. Then he has the mini Lagoon. It's 2.5 gallon. Then he has a 24-inch show frag tank Tide Pool series. Then he has a Peninsula. That's 1.5 gallons. Cool. So yeah, that would be the mini pond is the 4-gallon. And right now on his website, they're $160 right now.
Holy smokes.
But see what see he's focusing on selling it to the saltwater people, you know, which that's a pretty cheap saltwater system, you know. This tank you can easily keep a uh, corals, reef in there easily. Um,
Yeah,
some saltwater fish.
I saw Grant and Shelby's one time.
Yeah, and the 5 gallon one is 270 right now. Wow. Let me see. That's that's $110 higher than the 4 gallon. But with the 5 gallon, you would have more options. You know.
I don't know. That's a lot of money for me to spend for that size.
Right. The micro beef one, the 40 ounce, is 170.
I'll have to find this picture on my marketplace and send it to you when I think about it.
Yeah.
This guy took like it looks like a 40 breeder, and he must
Yeah.
be a custom cabinet maker because he made beautiful trim work around it. And then you look at the price and you'll be like, "What the hell?" He wants like $900. He wants like $900 for it.
Oh wow.
And it was just like, "You're smoking dope." And it looks good,
Right.
but it's not probably worth about 200 because of the custom cabinetry. But
Right.
it's
Okay.
okay.
The mini pond without any accessories is 160. If you go with the lid, it put it to 219. Uh, where is the light? Let me see. Maybe I have to go into the purchase, see if it let me add light to it. No,
Are
no,
those are those the ones with the sumps, or are they just the tanks?
it's just a tank. There's a it has a sump in the corner of the aquarium.
It's built in the back.
It's all in one. Let me see. Uh, okay, it has included accessories. It's a 5 watt LED freshwater light, the mechanical filter sponge, the biological filtration media. The okay, the light it's a flexible light. You know, you could adjust the height. Adjustable output return. There's a little pump in the bottom of it, and then the polycarbonate display lid. I mean, technically, that that's a pretty cheap system for a saltwater system. Now for freshwater, not really.
No. Looks like Jeff King got your Fisher and Punk sticker.
Hey Jeff King, welcome in. Vaz, I finally opened the Fish Room Punks sticker pack that has a sticker in it.
That
My
was
apologies.
that was fast.
Did you fall over, Jeff King?
He probably already put it behind glass in the frame.
Oh, that way. Ha 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 ha. Hey, Big Steve, welcome in.
Hey,
You mean behind bars? Is that what you meant?
Big Steve, I sent you an email, bro.
Hmm. Oh yeah, tonight I was going to show y'all some of the stuff I got from Aquashella more than I did on Thursday night.
$12 for 330. Well, seeing as how I don't trust nobody, let's do the 31, and I'll send me your PayPal. I'll get that over to you.
Now, of everything I got at the Aquashella, this is probably one of the highlights.
Yeah, I saw that the other day.
Yeah.
I was
That
doing my normal thing of out in the garage watching TV when you the guys were on. So
nice. So yeah, this is definitely going to add to my fish room. I'll have to put it somewhere. I'm guessing it's going to be stuck behind me somewhere that y'all can see on cam on the live stream. Now, then again, I'll see once.
let me see it
But
again.
yeah,
Well, see now you got to get rid of those cichlids and turn that tank saltwater so you can have that fish.
yeah. No,
That fish is probably only $200.
only.
I was freaked out the last time I went in there because used to get blue damsels for like $4 or $5 because they're like the guppy of the saltwater world.
Right. Now the at $20.
Yeah, they're like $20.
Yep.
And those things are a-holes anyway. You don't want them. They used to be cheap enough. I know a guy that was buying them to feed as feeders.
Oh wow. But yeah,
Was it?
a shout out to Brett Raymer, the tanked.
Did he ever get his online program going? Remember his educational?
Yeah, I think. I mean, I think so.
I
As far
haven't
as I
heard,
know.
I haven't heard nothing about it for a long time.
Right.
He told me all about it when I met him, and it was just like, it sounds cool when you get it running. Let everybody know, but I don't know.
Which one?
It was an online. Oh, it was an educational deal about aquarium
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
filtration and on and on. And he had
Right.
all these topics he was going to do, and
Okay, no, it's not. It's not. It's not out yet. It's coming out the end of the year, like September. And yeah, he was telling me all the backstats of it. It's pretty cool.
yeah, he told me a lot about it, and it sounded
Yeah.
cool.
And now he's reaching out to influencers, and basically it's going to be if the customers come through the influencer, they'll get a discount. Like a code from the influencer that they put on the website that it will help out the customer, out the influencer, and help out Brett Raymer. I'm excited about it. Now, I did not offer him that option yet. Maybe in the future, I might say, hey, Brett, it's up to you. If you still want me to do it, sure, you can throw me out if you want. But hey, Ted, good evening.
He's making me hungry now.
Hi, Bob and Curtis. I'm a New Jersey diner having a BLT active play. Miss you guys. I look forward to being on the show. Thanks again for the invite. Oh, yeah, Ted. For those who don't know, Dr. Ted was supposed to join us tonight. But actually, the silver lining, I'm kind of glad he didn't. Because the Aqua Charlotte thing, the recap, we ran out of time on Thursday night. And there's still... I do want to wrap it up tonight, though.
Look who's in Dallas this week instead of last week.
I know. Steven, you kind of missed it. Come on, Steven. A week late? Come on. Welcome in, Steven. Good to see you. Ted, who ships out your book? Amazon. You can get his book on Amazon.
That's where I got it.
Okay, this is a little side. This is like a bunny trail. Since you mentioned something in the chat, y'all.
Steve.
The funny thing is, we've driven past Dallas Market Hall 3 times so far. Low. Yeah, Steven, you missed out.
Was it hot in there this time?
I mean, it was if you were just sitting there doing nothing, it was perfect. But on Sunday, I was helping Seacom Sunday morning, helping with the stuff. Anyways, and then I was sweating then. But if you're just sitting at the booth or just walking around, it was nice. But does it look familiar, Ted? Dr. Ted, does it look familiar? It should.
Yeah, I got one just like it.
Yeah.
Since
The young fellow on the back. Look at that.
yeah, a good looking guy.
Mm-hmm.
Since I'm such a noob, because I put my tubs out, but I'll put crips out there or moss or whatever because I'm trying to breed fish, and I go through
Right.
there like, man, look at all these plants and stuff I could have.
So yeah. So now I got a book I need to read now.
Yeah. What's up, Foxy?
Hey Foxy, welcome in. Ben Sharp, welcome in.
Yeah.
Yep. If those that want to buy Ted's book, the Tub Pond Handbook by Dr. Ted Colati, you can pick it up off of Amazon. They're like $20,
Something like that.
very reasonable. And you know what, y'all? Since I was over there buying Ted's book, I had another book on a wish list on Amazon, and the price dropped. So I went and bought another book on Amazon.
Escaping from George Farmer.
This is George Farmer. If you don't know, in the UK, this is hardcover. I was chuckling pink to get hold of it. It was like $17, I think, for this. Now I do wish that I could meet up with him again in person. That'd be cool. But yeah, and I think you can pick up yeah, same place, Amazon. You get your own George Farmer book as well. Now I do want to get some ADA books or a Takasha Amana, but those things are outrageous. They're way out there in price, above my pay grade.
The one you need to buy,
What?
just because it's a good read, is called An Aquarius Journey.
The Aquarius Journey on Amazon.
Yeah. It's by Rosario LaCourte. One of the best
Since
fish
you mention it, I'm looking at it right now.
one of the best fish breeders. Some of the stuff he talks about that he did, and how to breed tetras and on and on. I'm just like, but then he went on all these collecting trips and did all these cool things in his life. It's just it's a good read.
Who's the author?
Rosario LaCourte.
Yeah, and you can get it on Amazon for $30 right now.
Yeah. It's worth it.
Paperback.
And almost all the pictures in it are pictures that he took. It's a good book.
Cool. I'm gonna add that to my wish list if I can. Let me
There's
see.
there's some podcasts he's on, which I could send you the links to, because he passed away last year. So,
Okay.
but very interesting. There's 4 or 5 podcasts he's on. Anybody wants them, send me an email. I'll tell you where to find them. Where he's talking about some of his experiences, and like a neon tetra back when he was, like in the 30s, cost half his week's pay.
Right.
Jeff wants to know if you're doing a giveaway on that book.
On which book?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna get that Vibe sticker. I already
The
have
court.
the
Oh,
I already have the Bare Buns Brandon one, and I got Jeff's.
right.
Kyle handed me those. LaCourt. Yeah, Jeff, you would enjoy it. You'd enjoy those podcasts too. Cheryl, are you looking for the Corey breeding book or the identification book? So if you're looking for the new one where they changed all the names, that one's easy to find. The breeding book, yeah, that one is harder to find. Yeah, Jeff, I think there's like 5 total, maybe. And some of them are with the guy from the New York Aquarium Society, Joe 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 Ferdenzi runs the New York Aquatic Club. He's an
Well,
interesting
that
dude.
didn't work.
Well,
Anyways, I'm back. Sorry, y'all. I was trying to bring up the Amazon up on share screen, whatever, but it's okay.
where are you going to show?
Some of the books, but that's okay. It's okay. Anyways,
I do that cheat code since I'm married. My wife, she always sends me these pictures because the Amazon is under my name, the account. She'd like order
right?
me this and order me that, and I want this. I was like, all right, there's your 3 items. We're just going to sneak this in there with them.
Yeah.
So when she asked me about the credit card bill, it was like, that's the stuff you wanted me to get off Amazon. I don't tell her I threw that $25 book in there. She don't care.
Have you ever ordered live species off Amazon or anything?
Not fish wise, no.
Oh, okay.
I've ordered like Daphnia and worms, and when my wife
Right.
had when my wife had frogs, we were always ordering some kind of wingless fruit flies, whatever. All
Yeah.
that,
Yep. Yep.
it all came in good.
Because I've been debating about giving it a try.
eBay's got a ton on there too. And there's a new site that somebody told me about that just started like this week, trying to be like Vivi, where like me and
Yeah.
you can get on there and sell our stuff. There's hardly anything on it right now, but let me find the name of it. And see, because I bookmarked it. But it's just for hobbyists to sell their stuff.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna send you a link to some soil on Amazon, and I want to know your opinion about it.
Okay. But this other website is just called, is this right?
Okay,
Here.
it's a substrate premium soil for planted, and it's from. I don't want to know.
Yeah, send it to me. This other
I just did.
this other website is called light.fish.
Yeah. Huh.
Light.fish. And right now there's a giveaway going on in there that says it's free. And it's a pair of Japan winter sky guppies. But it's free to enter.
Cool.
But there's shrimp on there, there's plants on there, guppies. Hope it grows. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, cultures, plants, snails. Hope it takes off. I haven't entered that free deal yet because I don't know what I would do with. I don't need no more guppies, even if they're free.
Yeah. But anyways, the substrate. This someone here local to me that has a, a full bag of it, and they're giving it away free. But the problem is, I never heard of the substrate before. Cartridge, plants, and snails, suggests Kane.
Is that the same size bag they have, or you don't know?
Yeah, the same size.
These pictures all say 1 liter, 1 liter, 1 liter. That's not a very big bag,
No,
but
but
for your little betta tank or something, or your shrimp tank, yeah.
right, that's what I was thinking.
Tropical. I hate how you got to go through 49 things that are like it.
Right. But you think it's any good even that soil?
I'm reading the reviews.
Okay.
Yeah, the only bad review I see on this one, it says that the bag's too small.
Oh,
The one bag's not enough for a 10 gallon. I was like, yeah, I wouldn't think so.
yeah.
It says you need 2 pounds for 2 square feet. So you need 3 to 4 bags for 20 long.
Okay.
So if you just
But
just use
yeah,
that one little tank, yeah, that bag's
yeah. For the mini pond or for the glass? Yeah.
this one guy says his pH is 7.8 and he's got it to just under 7 with that stuff.
Oh wow.
So, yeah, the only bad review is its bags are too small.
Yeah.
It needs to be like a 5 pound bag or something.
Right.
But hell, on here it's almost
That's
$20, so free is a hell of a good price.
right.
I'd,
Okay.
I'd try it. I don't know that I'd buy it on Amazon for a 1 liter for $20 and then pay shipping on it.
Oh yeah. Now, if you have Prime, you get free shipping.
Well, this one says free delivery Thursday, May 29th on orders shipped by Amazon that are over $35. So you'd have to buy 2 bags to get the free shipping,
Right.
which
Right.
you'd need anyway. So
Yeah.
it's worth a try. Hell, I watched
Okay.
Redfish Bluefish do his whole fish room in cat litter. Just
Right.
just generic cat litter because it's clay just like everything else.
Hey, Craig, welcome in.
And he was doing good with the pistos and angels and tetras and everything with just cat litter. Wish he wouldn't have retired, that guy.
Right.
He's he's somebody that if you do know him though, if you send him a message, he'll still answer your questions. I've asked him a couple things,
Nice.
and he'll might take a day or two, but he'll email you back, or he does me. Maybe it's because he took a bunch of my money.
Probably.
He's like, oh yeah, that's that guy that paid for my vacation.
Have you tried these out yet? Ugh. Another Amazon purchase.
The plant holders.
Yeah. It they have
Yeah, it has an attachment to hang it off of there.
attachments. They hang on back, or they got suction cups. You can, and these things are big, y'all. I didn't realize that they'd be that big.
I would think that Jeff King guy or somebody could make us some.
There you go. I'm now kind of curious what these cost me on Amazon. Let me see. Vibes. You quit buying stuff you don't know what it cost you. Right, Skull? Okay. $17 for 4 of them. So that is $4.25 a piece. Is that too much?
That's not a bad deal. I mean, I don't have a 3D
Yeah,
printer, but it would probably take
right.
close to that to just print one.
Right.
You know,
And
the
you
place,
could, you know,
the place that I shouldn't tell you about. If you go on
yeah, you probably
Etsy,
shouldn't.
there's all kinds of people that make stuff like that. They make the covers that go on the end of your pythons. They make those
Right.
plank cups, all kinds of crap.
And also, they sent two different size clips as well.
Yeah, for the width of your tank.
Yeah, with the RAM. And then they send you these also with suction cups, which is also in the package too. So you got 3 options to do attach it to your aquarium. Now, what they need to do now, since they went this far, they need to go with magnets.
Yeah, I got some power heads like that.
I
That
mean,
is,
the magnets.
yeah, they are so much better than suction cups.
Oh yeah, yeah. All my power heads now that I use in my aquariums are all magnets.
Yeah.
The suction cup is so yesteryear.
Well, they work good for a while.
Yeah.
I've had a power head stuck on one for probably 5 years, and I take it off every, I don't know, 3 or 4 months to clean the impeller and everything out. It goes right back on and never moves.
Let me see, y'all. Whew. Now, how do they expect you to put these suction cups onto these brackets?
Put them in warm water and make them nice and pliable, and you can force
Oh,
it.
right, right. That's what I need to do. But
That's what I would do.
I was hoping that I could hang them on the back of the aquarium.
I would rather do that, or you'll come home and it'll be down in the bottom because the suction cups let loose.
Right. That way I can put them in my cichlid tanks. You know what I'm saying?
Let them munch on the roots.
Yeah. Come on.
I don't have any
Now,
plants in here.
my fingers are too big for this kind of stuff. But. There we go. See that?
Yeah, I would rather do that.
I got an aquarium right here to test it on. Oh, yeah, guys. These bigger brackets fit perfectly. Now, okay, hold on. This is a 30-gallon tank. So that's not
It's not
a
very
fair
wide.
trial. I got a 90-gallon beside me here. Let's see if it fits over the rim of a 90-gallon. Yeah, it does. That's cool. So if you want to do like a aquaponics style, and put veggies in there or whatever, your fish don't eat the plant or whatever. There you go.
Did you see what Tommy did to his acrylic lids, his plexiglass, whatever it is, that greenhouse panel lids?
No.
He just drilled a bunch of holes in the top,
Oh,
and then he just put his lettuce and whatever he was growing in all those holes and let the roots hang down
right.
in the water. And
That's
it was,
cool.
I was just like, oh man, that's pretty smart.
Yeah. Now, see
Craig,
what I would do.
Craig's asking about strawberries, and there's actually a tank. I want to say it's on Amazon. It's a strawberry raising fish tank.
Yeah.
It's made
Strawberries would do wonders.
it's made just to have the strawberries on the top.
Right. Which that, since you mentioned that, but Tommy, that opens a whole new world for me. Huh. Hey, what would happen if that glass that I showed you, the big tumbler, um, goblet, whatever, wine glass, if I would do a strawberries hanging out of the top of it?
Yeah,
Wouldn't that be cool?
you could. Just have to make sure that it didn't get all lopsided on you and start tipping your glass over.
I mean, it would have to go pretty lopsided for it to tip the glass.
Yeah.
This thing's heavy. But yeah. So that was one of the impulse buys from Amazon. Was the plant holders. I I don't think it was a bad impulsive buy. Because I do want to give it a try. Now, it's a little shout out, a little plug. A plug for, you guessed it, Seacom. I know that they're not here in the chat tonight. Now they're probably lurking though, watching that vibes guy.
Watching that vibes guy.
Some nets, a 5-inch net. Now, me personally, I never used a Seacom net before. 3-inch nets. Now, some of this stuff will be in the future giveaways. Have you ever used these vacation tabs
Hang on. Use what?
by Seacom?
No, I've used some of those other off brands that look like a little triangle or a square you drop in the bottom. And
These are like little tablets. Um, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Well, I want to know what's in this stuff.
sure,
I mean,
when
it's
I
made in the U.S.
sure when I remember, I'll send you an email address or a way to contact the gentleman. He would be the guy that I would ask where to find them books. I'm sure Alishon knows.
There you go. The little tablets. Now, I have never used this stuff before.
I don't use it.
Ingredients: there's brine shrimp, krill, black soldier fly, mealworms. There's some calcium something, the preservative. I don't know, but I mean, they gave me a stack of them,
Yeah.
so I don't know. So shout out to them. We don't want that.
I've been gone 8 days before.
Yeah, oh yeah, same.
You know, 8,
See
9
them
days, I don't find.
towels, some of those.
Just screws you up on the if you have fry.
Right. Now, some saltwater stuff, some reef potassium, basicum, reef iron, Let's see. Now this one is definitely one I'm not gonna give away. I want to try it myself. Aquarium polisher.
Well, you have to
It's
let us
clean.
know because I'm not a huge fan of those kinds of chemicals. So.
Right. Now this aquarium polisher is for glass or acrylic. Now I was talking with the reps
Oh,
with
you're talking
Sue and
like a water polisher. That you know those, right?
right. No, this is for your outside of the glass. Let's get a welcome in. This is for outside the glass to clean it to remove water spots, the mineral buildup. For instance, your saltwater aquarium, you got the saltwater crate or whatever in your glass. That said, do not put it in your aquarium though. They did say that.
Maybe if I had that, I'd actually clean some glass.
So, anyways, well, since I never used it before, I've used other brands of glass cleaner, and
Yeah.
they're alright. I tried the Fritz one, which I still got. I use it occasionally. Then the Zoom Ed, I use that occasionally, and they seem to work. But I definitely want to give that a try. So
I mean,
that was a new product for me.
I got an empty Windex bottle and put about 4 drops of Dawn dishwashing soap in there and fill it full of water.
Right? Oh yeah, yeah.
Works great. And if they can clean birds and seals and stuff with Dawn dishwashing soap, I think if I got just a little in a tank, it's not going to hurt it very much.
Right. Seachem Clean Polisher is a multi-service polisher for use on exterior glass or aquariums, as well as other surfaces. Aquarium polisher does not contain ammonia and is perfect for safe use on around and around aquariums or terrariums. It removes mineral deposits, water spots, helps protect surfaces from dust, salt, minerals, and fingerprints. Now that's what I want to find out. If it will protect from fingerprints.
Maybe. Be like waxing your car.
Okay, it does say in the bottle, y'all. Do not use in your aquarium or terrarium waters. Do not use it direct in there. Because it probably would. I don't know what effect it would have on your species in the tank. So, that means it's probably toxic. Anyways. And then they give me, I don't know how many bottles. 20 bottles of stability.
I only use one Seachem product.
Safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like the only chemical I use at all is just safe.
Okay. I use Safe and Prime.
And if I ever got my act together and finished my filters and my carbon, I wouldn't even use safe.
A new product to come out with. Axolotl conditioner. Removes chlorine, chloramine, and detoxifies ammonia. How is this different than Prime? That's what I'm wondering about. Is it the same stuff?
I think a lot of that stuff, they just put a different name on it.
That's what I'm wondering. So now that's what I need to figure out. How is this compared to Prime?
That's like if you go pick up saltwater fish food and a freshwater fish food and turn it around and read all the ingredients and protein and everything else. They're the same thing. It's just one's got a saltwater angelfish on it and the other one's got a discus on it.
Yeah.
It's all the same stuff.
Now, y'all, I will be more apt to give this away in person than shipping a lot of this stuff. Because shipping it's going to cost me more money, y'all. Now, if I do give away here, if I do give away on this live stream with Seachem products, I will ship them to you. But maybe at the next convention, I'll take some of this stuff along, give away there. Stability is bacteria in a bottle product. Yeah. Probably the same thing marketed to other things. Just use Prime, low, says Foxy.
Yeah, just use Prime or Safe. That's what I do.
But see, they gave me a whole pack of Axolotl stuff, conditioner, buffer.
What do they need buffer for? I mean, I don't know anything about them.
I don't know.
What the hell do they need a buffer for? They have to have a certain pH.
Adjust pH to 7.4 to 7.6, which in our area, you wouldn't have to do that even.
Sounds like a cichlid buffer, and they just put an axolotl on the front.
Probably. Hey, I know Seacom's going to chew me out probably, but most Seacom products are a gimmick. There, I said it.
I agree with you. Because if you look around, like Safe is the dry form, you can buy that online by like 5 pounds at a time.
Right.
You can buy a pound really cheap if you know where to get it.
Okay, now the Prime, that I might as keep because that I can actually use in my stuff. Now stability, I might as give it away. Give it away now. Stability, but I didn't find out what it would cost me to ship this stuff to around America, because that will determine how often I do giveaways with these products, y'all. Because these are 3.4 ounces. Now, if I would do a whole box of this, say for instance, if I do 5 or 10 bottles of these, one giveaway, it'd be a better move than do individual. Probably, I don't know. They also had some saltwater tools, a coral cutter, which I've never used that.
Yeah.
A 40 millimeter scalpel for coral line, the saltwater. Some pumps. Are these any good? Skull.
What's the brand?
Seacom.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it is if it's from them.
For those, hey, you know what's interesting? I did not realize until a week ago that Seacom, all Seacom equipment like pumps, wave makers, hang on back filters, they're all made with C-shape internal.
Yeah.
I
agree with
what?
Steven. Coral cutters look like a tile nipper from Home Depot, which is probably the same thing.
Yeah, probably.
That's like you can just, a lot of people cut them on a bandsaw,
Yeah.
and you just got to have the right blade in there, and you can buy a bandsaw wherever you want.
Right. No, I've used I don't know, three or four pumps now from Seacom, the Impulse, 600, 400, 800, and no issues. I like them. They have a bigger turnover. I use them in my outdoor ponds for applications, DIY. But the 600s. Now these, and then some 400s. Shout out to Seacom for reaching out to me. Now this is some of. I mean, they had quite a bit of stuff at Aquashella, but as far as I know, they actually ran out of stuff to give away. People.
Well, yeah, because you came by.
I know. I tell you what, that vibe guy.
You got one of those, like a little red wagon you drag around behind you now through the auctions and stuff.
Hey, don't tell my secret, Bill.
Cheryl has a really. I like the one Cheryl has. It's like mesh and it unfolds. That was
you right.
Cool. I would have gotten in big trouble because I had to keep carrying my stuff, so I didn't buy a whole lot.
Right. Now the saltwater stuff.
Alex, just use a grinder, Alex. It's faster.
Exactly. Now, if some of the saltwater stuff, I'll keep it until Maybe next next weekend at least. I might be getting a saltwater set up, yo. I might. Did you say that? So if I do, I might want to try some of these products out and see how they do with the saltwater. And since we're unboxing stuff, anyways,
Papa Shrimp.
keeping it shrimple. That was cool. So I got my own Papa Shrimp shirt. Now this one's a little bigger than my last one. Actually, my last one is wearing out, so it's definitely a keeper.
So you need to get all the shirts too big for you, and then you have to give them to me because they'll fit me.
Uh huh.
You got to be
I
thinking
heard
ahead.
that.
Got to be thinking ahead here.
Yeah. So yeah, now these tablets I definitely not going to use. Now you know what? Why would it hurt for me to use it on a regular basis? Vacation tab.
I don't remember what brand I had. I want to say they were Hikaris. They were in the tank
Yeah.
for like 2 weeks and nothing touched them. They just sat there.
Nothing. So So what I need to do? I need to take out one, two, or three, or whatever.
Right.
It's a 10-pack, and try it out and see what happens. You know, put it in with my shrimp, my plecos, snails, you know, and see what will eat this stuff. Because
I
in
put it
mine-
in. I put
Yeah,
it in
I
a
don't know.
tank that had live bears, snails, and shrimp in it, and it looked the same 2 weeks later. They'd go over
Right.
and sniff it and crawl over it and everything, but it was still there. Like, well,
so yeah.
I'm glad they sent me those for free.
So yeah, I haven't decided on the giveaway yet. How am I going to do all this stuff? I guess one giveaway, one big giveaway, do a big box of It might cost me $50. I don't know.
I forgot.
Anyways.
I got one of these this week.
No way. Where's mine?
Shoot, I'm surprised I got one.
Oh, that way.
Actually, he told me the story. He already had my box taped together, and then he turned around and he saw the stickers laying on the table, and he was like, "Crap!"
Right.
He was like, "You're not the only one that does that."
Yeah. Go ahead.
I had 10 fish individually bagged, and I always pull them up before I put the tape on the box. Make sure they're fine. This one's fine. This one's
Right.
fine. I got to about halfway through, and I pulled this bag up, and it was like, "Why is there no fish in that bag?"
Right.
It was a bag of water. I was just like, man. And some dumbass double sealed it too. Double bagged it and sealed
No. Now, who would do that?
it. I don't know. Some guy that obviously wasn't paying attention.
Right.
Then I had to go catch another one.
Shout out to Callie.
Yeah.
If you don't know, Callie is the president. Which club?
Bucks County?
Yeah. Anyways, is she ambassador or sales rep?
She works.
API?
She works.
Whatever.
She's like
Anyway,
she's like the lady you get
she
on
was
the phone when you want to know what product to use and how to use stuff.
yeah.
I met her in Dallas.
Yeah. She was there, in Dallas, Anyway, she's the one that gave us all those bottles, water bottles.
Yeah.
The API, and she personally gave me one of these fish. She made sure that I got one of these.
See, Alex, I'm trying to get two. I'm going to get Vibes to send me one and get you to send me one. Then I'll have two.
Word on the street is there's a lot of API bottles floating around. Careful, guys. You don't want to get hit by one of them bottles, because that would hurt.
You can always fill it full of goodies and then send the bottle.
Like what?
I don't know.
Duckweed?
Well, you can try. Everybody tries to send me duckweed. I've learned that trick.
Right.
I'm still, Alex. I'm still laughing at that picture you sent. I sent Alex a fake plant just to be funny.
Right.
And then he took it to Aquashella sitting in his little plant deals that he made.
Right.
I saw that the other night too.
Isn't that cool?
If I'd have known you were doing those, I'd have sent you mine and sent you some money and said, have her make me one.
Right. I was telling her that once the fish community sees these, they're gonna probably sell hotcakes. And
I'm
they
not,
sparkle. You see that?
yeah, I'm not sure about that part of it.
Now that is an option that I actually add. So, trying to think what else I got around here, floating around. Oh, I know.
What's up, George?
Hey, George, welcome in.
We're at show and tell time. What is that? Reef snackle box. Oh, couple pods?
Yeah, couple pods. Which I do need to feed them to my species, my shrimp or my fish.
You know, to put them in at night when the lights are off, right?
Why is that?
That way they can hide overnight, and hopefully you can get them started in your tank.
Oh,
Because they'll live in there as long as they're not getting picked off. If you put enough in there, they'll make their own colony.
so I can put these in with my shrimp. It'd be fine.
Yeah.
I like I like your thinking.
Yeah, when I
Cool.
had my saltwater tank, I'd wait till the lights were all off, and turn the power heads and everything off, and I poured them in the sump. So there was some living in the
Okay.
sump, and then they would blow some of them up into the tank, and
Right. Are these only saltwater?
yeah,
What would
those
happen if you put in fresh water?
would be like brine shrimp. They probably make it 3 to 5
Yeah.
minutes. I don't know that.
And what's interesting, y'all, Harley, Pinot Custom, he took some of the bottles that's like this through TSA, no issue.
I know they changed a bunch of rules lately.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like your battery backups, like for your phone.
yeah,
There's a
yeah.
limit. There's a limit now on the size of one you can have.
Oh,
Yeah, because I got like this little one,
right,
but I also got the one that's like 4 times that size. It'll like run a laptop.
right.
That one,
Oh, yeah.
it's not allowed anymore because that battery is so big that it could cause a fire or explode.
Right.
But yeah, there's
If liquid contains live animals, they cannot be exposed according to them.
it's probably a true statement.
Which is that's an interesting point. Is there any explosive liquid out there that can house animals at all?
Not that I know of.
Yeah.
And if they're like factory sealed, you're probably fine. If you'd have broke that seal, they probably
Right.
would, they probably wouldn't let you.
Right. There's a lot in here, y'all.
Mm-hmm. That what's it called? Algae barn. You ever looked at that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can buy like 5,000, 10,000, 20,000. You can buy
So,
mackerel there, all kinds of
uh,
stuff.
so what you're saying, a brine shrimp could live in my aquarium?
When I was growing all my adult brine shrimp, they were in pure salt water.
Yeah. Is there a freshwater one?
Just Daphnia, Bueno.
But do they eat shrimp though? The shrimp babies.
No, they were way too small for that.
Okay.
They're fish food. That's what they are.
Is there like a sea shrimp out there?
Yeah, I got a whole bunch of them. How many you want?
Uh, but are those too big to? Would those be able to eat shrimp or no?
They don't eat shrimp, but they outproduce them.
Okay.
If I sent you
Good.
10 of them, if I sent you 10 of them at 2 weeks, you'd have 100.
Okay.
And it's just a bunch of bouncing bugs all over the place. It's good in a fish tank because the fish will go chasing them around and eat them, but in a shrimp only tank, no.
Yeah.
You know, I have them, but I don't like them.
Do they eat the same thing that shrimp eat? Probably.
Yeah, they're just basically
Yeah.
cleaning
So
everything.
basically, they will be eating. Yeah. They'll be out competing maybe for the shrimp food, which in the long term would not be good. Okay.
A lot of people buy them for food, but it's kind of like the scud deal. You either love them or you hate them. Scuds in the right system are awesome. Scuds get in your planting tank and they eat all your plants. Why does that have a board? Is that a vine?
Yeah, that's a vine. It's some kind of plant from Nirvana. I cannot tell you the name of it. The one that has some holes in it. I would say like it's not a monstera, but it's some kind of philodendron, some sort.
Yeah.
Very beautiful. And yeah, there's like a canvas
Fiber.
carpet or whatever in the back, the pole. And she said once the one or two goes up, I can cut it and put it in my aquarium.
Yeah. Alex already told him isopods earlier for that vase thing that he's got. I'm gonna get some someday. Don't know
That
why.
thing is a lot of roots, y'all. That's actually a pretty cool idea. That's like you put water in the bottom, or put water to the top, and it drains, and that way your plant has extra water.
You could almost put that whole thing in one of them plant deals you bought.
Actually, I could easily, yeah.
Looks like it'll just drop right in there.
Right now, I need to know what to use as substrate, or the media or whatever for the plant.
Do you even need
Kind
any?
of like wood chips, maybe. I don't know what to use, but it'd be kind of cool to leave it like with the way she did it, and cut one off once it gets long enough. But yeah, that's another highlight that I got. And of course, some of y'all already seen this one earlier. The API bottle with the fancy philodendron going on the top of it. I actually call it an aquascape. From Aquashilla. Now this plant is from Nirvana as well. So, and I'm actually blown away on how much it grew in the past week. It's crazy,
Well, it's got that fish in there pooping for it, so
right?
fertilizer.
And what's weird, I'm not my rocker, but Harley told me this better cost him $100.
Yeah, I've seen stuff like that.
Um,
Hey,
it, it, Don't get me wrong, it's pretty, but
Did they have that bed of pool where you could just catch whichever one you wanted out of the pool?
yeah, they did.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah,
It's
which
the
that whole thing,
only time I've seen like 200 or 300 beds in a group like that.
right? And FYI, y'all, it's some encouragement about the whole thing, about the fish community as a whole. Stay out of the chats on Facebook and Instagram. There is a lot of toxicity in the chat. A lot. I didn't realize Instagram even got to that point, but I didn't realize it until last weekend. I was like, "Do what?"
Yeah, I don't.
So-
I don't read. I don't read none of it, and I'm only in like 2 groups on Facebook that I never look at,
Yeah,
and one of them is run by KGE, and he doesn't let nothing go in that thing.
right. So, but what's sad, y'all? I thought I had some buddies or friends on Instagram that we agreed on, right? I thought we were on the same page. I realized that we're on different pages.
Yeah.
So now I do know. Hey, I know it's easier to say stuff in the comments in the chats online than it is in person. I do know that. So I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt, but that did hurt. You're gonna call it hurt the relationship. I guess we'll call it like that. So I hope that in the future that can be revisited and actually there's some misunderstanding. But yeah. Hey, y'all, I'm enjoying this better. You know what? For those that were saying that this thing's too small,
Do it right
I'll
now.
give you an example of how big it is.
I'll say do it right now. Put it in there. You're getting blamed in the chat too because Craig burned his
I
dinner.
blame vibes.
He
But
burned his dinner.
you see it? Yeah. Now, I would do this right now, but see, if I'm gonna put it in here, I want to aquascape this thing and make it look beautiful. This setup. Let's see what I can do. Hold on. I'm gonna take a picture. I'm gonna take a picture of the tank from P&W Custom, and I'll show y'all. Hold on. It's not a clear picture, but it'll give you an idea. It was aquascaped. There we go. What do you think?
Yeah.
That was the mini pond. P&W Custom mini pond, and what's it called? What's that wood called? That is it snake wood or no ghost wood? I think that's what we used. Some ghost wood, some driftwood that he glued together or whatever. He actually aquascaped, and then he put that the moss on it as well. So it was an actual whole piece that he did. He put in the tank.
Yeah.
Now in the background of that picture, some of y'all couldn't see it, but there's like 5 crypts plants in the background, which I picked up from what's it called? My Fish Tank. It's an aquarium store in Dallas, or Carrollton, which is north of Dallas, whatever. Fathom met with the guy at Aquashella. They had a booth there. Anyways, on Monday, we met Fathom at the fish store, and you'll pet fish. There you go, Mike. There you go, Fathom. Yeah. And while we were there, I had to get some clips. I had to. I wanted to. Hey, here's some encouragement, y'all. If you have a little extra funds and you're at a fish store, go ahead and buy something. I'm talking about your mom and pop shops. I ain't talking about Petco, PetSmart, or the big box stores. I ain't talking about that. But your mom and pop shop, if you have extra money available, go ahead and buy a can of fish food, anything to support them.
Our
So
our teeny ass fish store that's here is actually a pet store that sells plants, and you can buy your tomato plants. It does all of that stuff. They added a restaurant and an ice cream shop onto it. So this place is huge now.
nice.
I think I have more tanks than that guy does, but if you want to just spend money to support them, that's the neatest way, because I go in there and you get some ice cream and wander around and look at everything.
That's actually a good idea. Hey, Swivel, welcome in.
What's up? I set a timer for Craig so he won't blame you. He said to remind him
For
in
what?
10 minutes so that he can get his dinner out of the oven.
Oh,
So I got a timer going
thank you, Skull. You're awesome.
in case you hear me say, Craig, it's time.
Yeah. Okay, let me see. Now I do want to. I don't know how much footage I'm going to share with y'all about Aquashella since I've done two live streams about it now, after, and two at the show. And I shared with some of y'all on Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, I put the couple post over there about Aquashella. Other than that, I might leave it at that. I don't know. We'll see. There's one species of fish at the aquarium store I almost did an impulsive buy.
Yeah.
It's one of the plexiglids out there.
You think
Very
that,
beautiful.
you think that'd get along with your frontosis?
No, either Fantosis would beat him up, or he would beat Fantosis up. But very beautiful, y'all. And the price. Here's another picture of a little bigger one. Very beautiful.
Looks mean to me.
Mm-hmm. So, good thing that Fathom and Mike, or Alex and Mike, both encouraged me to avoid it. So I did. Because I was on the verge of, you know what? I've never seen this fish before anywhere, in any fish store I've been to. The banana pike, yeah.
I never even heard of that. But
It's definitely that's an eye catcher. Very beautiful. And what's really cool, y'all, I was in front of it, and it would follow my finger like it wanted to destroy me. even more than my other fish I have in my house. Um,
you should have sent that picture to Jeremy and say, well, if you were here with us, you could have bought some pikes.
yeah. They had big ones and small ones. Let me see. They had oops,
Arowana?
arowanas there. Humongous. Now this is not. I'm gonna just have to share this video file with y'all, maybe. I did a little clip of the store for the owner. The store was amazing. They had a lot of fish in there that were not your normal mom and pop shop fish at all.
That sounds like the place that me and Cheryl went to.
They had like lungfish. Now, of course, Fathom was all over the lungfish, but that thing was outrageous in price. Actually, they didn't even have a price tag on it. The clip that Eddie made is one of the best highlight clips I've ever seen Eddie make. It's so good. Hey, Fathom, cut it out. Anyways, well, hey, by the way, Fathom, which clip you talking about? You talking about the clip I made from Thursday night at the fish gallery where MJ is doing an aquascape demo, or are you talking about the fish clip I made at the fish store?
The one you showed him in the store.
Oh, okay. So in that case, there's only been a handful of people that have seen that video. I gotta show you some of the food that the other guys thought I was crazy.
Is that pancakes?
Pancakes with the scoop of vanilla ice cream on top.
I like to make those little pancakes and make like sausage, bacon, egg sandwiches out of them. Woo-hoo.
Yeah.
Instead of using biscuits or bread, use pancakes instead.
Yep. The one you showed me at the store, the MJ clip was good. Yeah, actually, MJ actually shared it out on Instagram. That one,
Yeah.
and Seacom took it and pushed it out. So shout out to Seacom.
Lumi says she just sat down and you're showing off pancakes. We're off on the food.
Yeah.
Eddie's
Are you hungry?
pancakes.
Haha.
Yeah, Cheryl, we're gonna go back there eventually. I'm gonna pre-order now that I know that you can.
That was P&W Customs tank. It's a reef tank set up in front of a decor in the diner. It's pretty cool. It's not a clear shot, but it's a picture of Peanut Custom, Mike, and Mike
I was gonna say I know
standing outside of the Hilton Garden Inn, and now some of you can see it, but in the background is the Renaissance Hotel in the background, and then the reef tank is on the ground.
Yeah.
Actually, hold on. Where's the other one at?
Hey, Foxy, maybe we'll do it virtually with you while we're there, and then you can tell us what you want, or you can look in advance. Hey,
I had to take a picture.
Craig, you got 30 seconds left on your food. Just letting you know, I'm timing you.
This was in the Renaissance Hotel, up on the 17th floor, looking out the window at the Hilton Anatole. They're in Dallas, Texas. And I had to get a picture of the API bottle, the philodendron, and the butterfish in the bottle. Isn't that pretty cool?
If that come get me.
Come get me.
Please nowhere. All right, Craig, your time is up. You can't blame us for burning your food because we told you.
And then the traditional taco
night.
Yep. Sunday night after the Aquashella. It's not very clear. There it goes. This year with the reef tanks on the table. Hey, it was amazing how many people, servers, waiters, customers would stop by the table to look at these reef tanks. It made a statement, y'all. Let me see. Okay, here, I'll blow this one up. You can see a little better. Now this is Mike's tank, the guy that carries a tank around his neck, takes it around on the whole country when he travels.
Yeah, I saw that.
And yeah, he was there.
I don't even like carrying my backpack, so I know I'm not carrying that.
And we're at the ice cream shop outside eating. Okay, these are ice cream donuts. It's a hot glazed donut cut in half, filled with ice cream. And Alex was sold, y'all. He was tickled pink to have one of those. And even the tacos, he was tickled. Hey, y'all. I took Alex to some of the best places in Texas to get him some of the good food quality. The first night, I took him to barbecue, and he was sold out. Hey, George, where are you?
I was just
Miss
thinking.
Kelly?
I was trying to think of something funny to say to Jorge about. Yeah, now we know where you stand, bro.
Now, this is the chopped beef sandwich, which is brisket that's chopped up.
Yeah.
Really good. You know, with the southwestern mac and cheese, some spice to it, really good. And Alex ordered a side or appetizer, uh, a brisket queso, the chips. That was the first time I ever had that. Hey, Lumi. Ha ha. We ain't going there tonight. Not here.
Yeah, we kind of got out of control the other day on that. Alex is messing with me on my Instagram too, so
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
the
funny.
biscuit.
It's
Go
funny.
ahead.
It's very funny. Not
Yeah,
sharing
the
it.
biscuit.
I'm not sharing it, but it's funny.
Is it on OnlyFans? Yeah, Lumi. Yeah, let's leave it there. Okay. Yeah, the biscuit queso was amazing. Now, Alex did enjoy the. Let's see. Got a picture of that. Do, 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 do. Yeah, there we go. This was the dinner Saturday night. That the It was at a brewery. Actually, Skull. It was the same brewery that we went years ago,
Yeah,
and they catered barbecue in. Yeah,
yeah.
same idea. It was really good. It had brisket, ribs, mac and cheese, green beans, and a roll. Now it was all right, but hey, for being a Texan, they could have done better. But then again, catered in, and for that many people, it's hard to feed a crowd that size. You know what I'm saying? So, in that case, it was really good.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the ice cream donut, y'all. The hot glazed donut cut in half, filled with ice cream. Now, I went with the honey lavender ice cream, of course.
What is honey lavender?
It was really good, y'all. Let me see. Mm. Okay, this picture ain't too shabby. These are the tacos from the taco place Sunday night. Really good. There's like 25 tacos on. They're being a tray out. Now you can order individual, whatever, but it's all group. We ordered a, two trays, 25 tacos a tray. Now these are small tacos, y'all. Small tacos that come out, and you could do your own dressing style. They bring out onions out there, peppers, pineapple, different sauces. You put on it, it's phenomenal.
I, I need to take you to this burger place. It's in Kansas,
Yeah,
and you order small, medium, or large burgers.
nice.
They're the size of pizzas.
Ooh, okay, no.
They make them like a pizza, and it's a homemade bun. So if you get a small, it has a patty that's the size of a small
Mm-hmm.
pizza, and cheese, whatever you want. And then they cut it like a pizza, and they set it on there like you're talking. They bring the tacos
Uh-huh.
out on the platter. They bring up that platter with your burger on it. And then they bring platters of just fries
Right. Right.
everywhere.
I'll definitely give that a try. That sounds good.
It's freaking good, man.
Alex had matcha ice cream in his donut. It was good. Yeah, I believe it. I think now was it Grant or was that Chris? One of them had one with ice cream in it, and I think that might have been Grant. He was not happy with the one that he had. Was ice cream light in flavor? Yeah, the honey lavender. It was not a very bold. Um, I mean, it's like a hint of lavender, so it wasn't overpowering. Of course, you had that hot glazed donut, that sugary sweetness. So yeah. Mm. And here's the mic that had the aquarium around his neck. You know, the kids the aquarium.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not focusing. Anyways, that young lady is. This is the first time for her and her husband that they had a booth at Aquashell as well. Can't think of the name. Ephraim? Heifer? Alex probably could tell me better than y'all. Anyways, they did 3D printing. And they had these little things you could put into your aquariums. They put stuff on your aquarium, etc. Different accessories. I like the thinking. So, anyways, and I met them Friday afternoon. We're just I was already done setting up for the show, and I was just chilling. Yeah, half of them. There's the Instagram. Thanks, Alex. They were phenomenal people. I like their enthusiasm, what they're bringing to the hobby. Well, I understand this was the second time being a vendor at a show, and like two weeks earlier they were at like Reefer Palooza. It was an event in
Florida.
Florida,
Yeah.
and then a week or two later they were here at Aquashella, Dallas. So, and the way it sounds when I left them Sunday evening from Aquashella, it sounded like they're planning to attend the next two Aquashellas as well. So I do see potential for them.
Is Reefa Palooza the one Bianca does?
No, Bianca does Scully Fest.
Skelly Fest.
Yeah, which that's coming. When is that? October?
Yeah, it's in the fall sometime.
Yeah, and she just posted about it. Just like was it today? Yesterday? I seen her post on her on Instagram. So I mean, someday I do want to go check it. Go check it out and support her.
Yeah,
But the problem is, I need to know someone down there in the area that I can stay with, because especially if I went this year, I would need to do that because I'm already spending on my leg and then some on my. I haven't meant to what one show this year yet, and I'm already feeling broke. I got at least another 3 shows yet that I've kind of said I'll probably be attending as of now. So if I do that, I'm going to be broke and then some, and that's not a good thing. So a quiet expense or something. Now that would be Brandy, right?
That's the Aquatic Expo.
Quiet expo. That's over in South Carolina, right?
Something like that. But there's another one in Florida that Richard Reynolds and everybody goes to.
Okay. And the one that Brandy runs, that was back in February of this year, January.
I don't know.
It was the first. As far as I know, it was the first show of the year. But okay. Oh, here's a picture of the young couple.
Wow, you're taller than somebody.
Yeah, for once. Uh-huh. So
Just picking on you.
yeah, I know. But but with their enthusiasm and at their age, they'll definitely encourage the next generation to the hobby. So I'm liking what they're bringing to the table. So Chad is back home. Welcome back from the East Coast.
Alex, I'm not touching it either. Not live.
Yeah, limit you behave. Anyways, oh yeah, I'm gonna show you some pictures. I'm at it. The camera's not focusing. Come on.
There you go.
Who is that?
No idea.
That is Luke Goldie.
Oh, the goldfish guy?
Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty cool. Um, he did promise me that he'll join me on a live stream in the future. But the way it sounds, it's gonna be like either a pop up or a surprise or something like that. Because my regular time slots that I normally do live streams out, scheduled ones, don't really fit his schedule at all. Yeah, Luke is super down to earth, and actually, it'd be really cool, y'all, to get his wife on instead. It'd be even better to see we call it more behind the scenes. But now that's going to take a lot more work yet to get her to join us on a live stream. But I do see potential. I met her twice now, so she is a little more easy to talk to now. So I might be persuaded to join us one time. That'd be cool. To see, basically to talk to a partner, someone we call it, that popular in the hobby, or that has a big following in the hobby. How about that?
Yeah.
Now, just in the time that we had there at Coachella, it was pretty cool. But what all she told me about the whole thing, about meetings, basically meeting up with a guy that did content, and then dating him, marrying him, all this, So it was interesting to hear the backstory of Luke. So that was cool. And isn't Luke like in his 20s?
I have no idea. Probably closer to 30 or your age, somewhere around.
Probably. That's what I'm thinking. But yeah. So it was great hang out with them. Let me see. Of course, I had to take a picture with Brant.
That's Grant.
No, not Grant. Tanked.
Brett?
Rimmer.
I'll say that didn't look like the Grant that I know.
No. Brett Rimmer. Of course, it took with the picture, the acrylic that he signed. That was cool. Yeah. Imagine that Fishkeeper that what had a bad decision. Yeah. See, it was interesting hearing her side of the story of the whole thing. Which I wish. See, that's why I want her to join us on a live stream sometime. That way, y'all can hear her, especially for those of y'all that are dating someone that is not in the hobby. This might help y'all out. Now, what the other things that she didn't realize when she started dating him, and she's a very a beautiful young lady and very brilliant. So, anyways, moving on. Of course, I had to get a picture with Alex.
Yeah. And I see ya.
See ya. That was cool.
Someday I'll meet her. I'll probably go down there next year.
Yeah.
We got to work on the schedule for next year. Hopefully, I'm not buying new vehicles and crap.
Right. With MJ and then with I think his name was Mark. Or is it Jordia, I think is his channel or whatever, Instagram or whatever. He's from England. The older gentleman, George.
No idea.
Yeah. He's a Seacom rep over there. And I didn't even realize he was from England. See, I met him last year. Might be the third time I met him now. Whatever. And I didn't even realize he was from England until this time someone said, "Hey, did you realize he's from England?" So do what? After they mentioned it, it made sense then. Because his accent and way he talked was definitely different than American accent, you know. So it some reason I didn't think about it.
I don't think I've even heard of that. I don't watch a lot of escapers though.
Yeah. Anyways, he was there, and of course we hanged out a little bit at the Seacom booth, you know, during the day. But then after the event, we got to hang out at the hotel, so that was cool.
Yeah, I already heard that you're the one that got everybody thrown out of the pool. So.
Yeah, it was all me. Hey, Crystal Junkin, welcome in. Of course, I had to get a picture of him signing. Okay, this would be MB's Betta's daughter.
Yeah.
And she had a crush on Brett.
What?
Brett Raymer. Because, see, she used to watch Tanked, right? And she didn't realize that Brett was there even. So, of course, Brett went and gave her a painting, you know, signed. She was freaking out. You know, it's like meeting one of your TV, you know, crushes. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. Of course, Brett and Mike. And now Brett did share some footage about their meetup. The Mike with the guy with the tank, whatever. His name's Mike. Those who didn't know. So, let me
Roaming Reef is what Alex is.
Roaming Reef. Yes, Roaming Reef is Mike. Roaming Reef is Mike's channel. I know it's on Instagram as well, but yeah.
He just put the Instagram up.
There you go. Thanks, Alex. Now, I did not get a picture with all the reps, the Seacom.
And you got that one dude in there.
I know, sketchy, dude. Ew. Moving on.
That dude's really sketchy.
Yeah. George and Sue. Sue would be the rep for the Texas. I see her sometimes at other events here in Texas. And then MJ and Caitlin. And then the Kev. Caitlin was the first time I'm meeting her. And I found out why. She's there in Georgia. But she said most of her time she works in the office. So she basically the backbone of it, I guess. She's more does the yeah. Anyway, so I when I met her first time, I said, "Now, why haven't I met you before?" Because I'm at most of these events, and then she told me why. So, and now we got to hang out with. Okay, I got to hang out with some of the ambassadors after the show. They're at the hotel, you know, and just hang out as fish nerds. You know what I mean? Instead of talking to a business owner or whatever, or product seller, etc. It was just a couple people hang out talking about the hobby. Isn't that cool? And most of these people, y'all, are down to earth. I said most.
Mm-hmm.
We'll leave it at that. I had to get a picture of Harley in his own little world. Now y'all can't see it too well, but he actually did a coral plug. He cut the plug off coral and glued the coral to his reef tank there at the diner. How?
That thing's
What?
small enough he could change the water every day easy.
Oh yeah, that's at 40 ounce, and he actually has the same idea as reef. Roaming reef. He has the same idea. He has the same size tank. Now the corals are differently, but it's a very similar idea. Setup. It's a on the go tank setup. Whatever. Anyways, look, how often do you see an a coral plug, a coral fragging at a diner? That's the first time for me.
I bet if you're a Reefapalooza or one of those, you'd see some crazy stuff going on
Right.
too. Probably down in the lobby of the hotel, all kinds of swaps going on. And who knows what?
Hey, Alex. You know you don't have to do this stuff. The links, etc. You know that. But I do appreciate it though, Alex. You're awesome. So, Skull, how are the Green Dragons coming along? Asked Christopher.
Still small. It'll be fall, I'm sure. Well, I had like 40 of them in this tank over here, and I had some swordtails in there.
Mm-hmm.
And came home from work the next day, and there's not a baby left. Them swordtails are eating good. So they got evicted. The other tank I still got. They're tiny, though. They're tiny. The Dallas skyline.
Yeah, that was out the hotel room window.
That elevator in that hotel with a touchscreen is just weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
It's just weird the way that you got to get the damn door to open and go to whatever floor. You're like, what the
Right.
hell?
And some days the keypad would not work properly, so you put the wrong number in,
Mm-hmm.
and then you had to wait and do it again. Wait, and do it again.
Yeah.
I agree, Alex.
When I first walked in, of course, your hands are all full because you just saw
Right.
crap. And Irene from Aquarium Co-op is the one that she put it in for me because she was getting on at the same time.
Right.
And then she was like right across the hall from me. And
Yeah,
she lives
I was
in Denver. I need to go see her next time I'm up there.
Yeah, do it. No, but okay, for the elevator, I'll give it one pro for the elevator. How fast that thing moved. That thing did not waste any time.
It moves like that. What do they call that thing at the Dallas airport? The Skytram or the Skytrack? Or
Yeah.
when they tell you to hold on in that thing, they're not.
Yep. They meant it.
They mean it. You better be holding on. You'll be laying on the floor.
Because 30 floors, going up or coming down, that thing moves.
Mm-hmm.
And now the pool is above. Yeah, the elevator goes up to the 30th floor, but then there's the stairs from the 30th floor to the pool hot tub, which is probably 2 levels probably of steps, whatever. But it's going to be. Oh, okay. Let's go with that. It's going to be a good week. I have 3 different types of wild, better, and a bunch of epistogramma coming. Nice, Christopher. The elevator was almost as bad as the employees. I know.
And the restaurant there, you might as well go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Way too
It was
expensive.
weird that one evening. We got caught out so many times, chased out. It was crazy, and it was what's really interesting. That's actually the last evening we were there. Yeah, none of us were happy with them. Anyways, with the employees. So, employees, if you're watching this, we were not happy with you.
Just
You
tell
all
them.
need to do better.
Just tell them they suck.
Exactly. But see, this ain't Brett and Lightcap's live stream, and we ain't doing a giveaway. I know, right, Alex? Right? If people don't want to spot the blows, yeah, I know. It,
Yeah.
it was some heated stuff happening. Lucky
Wonder-
enough, we kept it under control. Yeah,
I wonder who that guy was. I probably know him.
yeah, you probably do. Anyways, yeah. Hey, Christopher, what battles are you getting? Astro. Okay. Now, okay, better.
Don't ask me.
Don't ask me that. Those are new ones from me.
I know Bedarubra and Ocelota, but I don't. Milano or something? I have no idea.
Different, different wild type betters. That's interesting.
Are you getting pairs or are you just getting a single one?
Yeah, I don't know. Hey, you gotta share this, Crystal Junkin. Hey, Mal, welcome in. You're a little bit late. Good to have you here.
Yeah, you
No,
missed all the bad jokes.
there was a lot. No, hey, Mal, you're good. You're good. Don't be sorry. I'm glad you're here. Um, Now, the first evening at the hotel, I can't complain. Now, the price was out there for the food. Um, we look at Austin and myself. We met up with Serena or Nirvana and Callie for dinner after the MJ Aquascaping demo. It took care of the appetite. I was hungry, and it was convenient, and the food. It was like a 7, so it wasn't bad. But the price for the price, it put it down to like a 4 review, which is horrible. So
Yeah, I only ate there one time, and just for me, it was almost $50
yep,
for
yep.
basically not much. I should have just DoorDash some McDonald's or pizza or something.
Right. It was more because the time we were left to go find a restaurant, DoorDash, etc. At that time of the evening, a lot of places were closed, so we were running up with time, convenience, etc. Because after that, uh, Nirvana, Callie, and myself, we went over to Aquashella and helped Grant and Shelby set up the shrimp tanks for the contest.
We need to just be completely low lives and take a couple coolers full of deli sandwiches and chips and pop and stuff.
Exactly. Actually, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
They posted another short of the new baby Medaka rice fish. These little ones are mind blowing, colorful, and I'm hooked. It's officially too late for me. Yep, Mel, it's too late for you. That's
Yeah,
cool.
She stepped off the edge of the cliff. She's gone.
Yeah. Mel has the high end rice fish bug bad. Yeah. Welcome to the club, Mel. You're one of us now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. No, I only ate the one meal there at the hotel, and that was that dinner, the first dinner in the area.
Right when I first got there, I went and ate with Texas fisherman Jeff and his wife.
Oh, nice.
And I was the same way. Like, wow, I'll go somewhere else.
Yep. Now, last year's Aquashella, I ate breakfast there twice because it was convenient. But this year, I made sure it was not breakfast at the hotel. The first 3 mornings, we went to Mama's and Daughter's Diner around the corner, and then Monday morning went to the original diner, which is also around the corner. Now, between the two diners, I definitely give Mama and Daughter's Diner a higher review easily. The service, the how much room is inside the restaurant, the food. Yeah, Mama and Daughter's Diner is like a step up from the original diner. Those are in the Dallas area and want to know. Mama and Daughter's Diner reminds me of what you would get at your mama's place, a grandma's place. You know what I'm saying? For breakfast, phenomenal.
We have one of those here where first I've told this story many times. The first time I took my grandson in there, he's like 6 or 7, and he tells the lady he wants a stack of pancakes, and she looks at me, and it was like, no, he wants one. And he's like, Grandpa, I want a stack of pancakes, because he's thinking, I'm sure, like McDonald's pancakes, the little
Right.
hot cakes.
Yeah.
No, these show up and they're hanging off the edge of a regular plate.
Yep.
And she said it in front of him, and I was like, and you wanted a stack of those? And he's like, oh, I'm still going to eat more.
Right.
Like, yeah, I got 2 grown-up boys. I know what they can eat.
And Cheryl is suffering with the koi bug. Yep.
Yeah. I've never
And the
got hit.
ratfish bug.
I've never got hit with either one of those.
Ratfish or mini koi prove me wrong. Hey, Mel, I don't have to prove you wrong. I agree with you. The mini koi until the koi eat them. Then the koi snacks.
There's one good thing about always having goldfish or koi. If you buy any fish food that nothing else will eat, they'll eat it.
Exactly.
They won't even sniff it or nothing. It's just gone.
Yep. Now, I do want to add some Medaka whitefish out in my new pond outside. Oh, the new pond. Newer one. It's like, is it 2 months old now?
Yeah.
It's a, and this one, I actually aquascaped it. Now, it's not the Grant Shelby class of aquascaping, but I aquascaped it, and then I planted it with Crips, Anubias, what else? Some mosses. Some other plants as well. Some hornwort. So I mean, it's happy. Now some of the plants did die off. Now those I don't think that they'll come back. But the other ones that did survive, because this pond is out in the middle of the sun, direct sunlight, for like most of the day. So, but that pond would look gorgeous with the Medakas.
Now's your time to get one of those. What do they call them? A sail?
Yeah.
It's not like a big cover, but you can buy them like a triangle size, and you just put
Right.
the house to a tree, and you can angle it so it gets so much sun and
Right.
so much shade during the day.
Yeah. I'm actually thinking about putting some posts into the ground. Yeah, that's an idea. My boss just is getting a shipment of posts in this week or next week, and for me, they'll be very reasonable in price. So maybe I'll do that. Put in 3 or 4 posts in shade sail. Yeah,
Shade sail. That's what they're called.
and put them in, posts in the ground, and run the shade sails across both ponds.
Yeah, then you got a little bit of control.
Right, because that for those who don't know, if you're in direct sunlight in Texas, that sun is brutal, y'all.
Well, that's what happened to mine last year's because mine was always shaded by the tree in the neighbor's yard,
Right.
and it was just right because the leaves didn't drop in, but it shaded my pond for about half the day.
Right.
And something happened to it, and he cut it down. And then I got full sun in the middle of Kansas for 14, 15 hours a day, and it was instantly. If anybody needed it in green water, I had plenty.
Right.
So I didn't get the shade sail. It's like a mesh like the zoos use.
Yeah.
It cuts out 50%. So I'm gonna go from
Yeah.
my fence to my patio, and then it'll get some
Right.
light, some sunlight, but it'll shade half of it out.
Right. Awesome, Foxy. Yeah. Before Ashton's planting blue whitefish today. Nice. Not too big, kind of set some eggs. That's dope.
Yeah.
Okay.
I still need to go pick up those shiners the guy's gonna give me, and I haven't even called him. I gotta figure out where the hell I'm gonna put them.
Hey, Alex. Still the one from work? See, that's the problem. I don't have to steal. The boss just gives it to me. Um.
I bring a lot of stuff home from work because it's like if you guys are throwing this away, can I have it? And they're like, yeah.
Right.
That way we don't have to pay for hauling it off.
Yeah. My big pond in the ground. That one I put runners or posts, whatever you call it, 4x6s, um, at the perimeter, and those I got all those free from the job from the shop because they were ones that we couldn't use for our buildings because they were too twisted or bowed too much, but they are bowed perfectly for the pond.
Yeah.
You know, they were curved. We don't call it ones that couldn't be used, but yeah.
Actually, my new neighbor, the guy that cut down the tree, he's got this. I don't even know what he called it because I don't know crap about plants. But it grows like a fern, and it's all over around the back of his shed. And he's like, "Let me know when you want a scoop of that. You could put it around your pond and just let it cover everything."
Right.
And I was like, huh, "I'm not even going to ask you. I'm just going to go over there with a shovel and get some."
Right. Nice, man. Found some black worms online. 140 ish per pound. What?
I would have some of those, and so would Cheryl. That fish store we went to in Iowa, it was all over in the store that they had the little cups. I don't know, they're like this.
Yeah.
$5,
Nice.
and they were out of them.
Aw.
So next time we go back, I've already got people telling me, pick me up some, pick me up some. I would order them from them, but they have a $50 minimum on shipping. So unless you're going to buy a bunch of fish from them, it's
Right.
not worth it.
I'm guessing they're at the Lone Star Kids Convention in San Antonio next month or in 2 weeks, whatever it is, 3 weeks away. I'm guessing my buddy from here in Austin. I'm assuming since he's that close that he probably have a table, dinner table set up. He probably selling rice fish, Medaka, whatever, the platinum ones. And I might just buy some from him, bring them home, add to my pond. Okay, I've caught up in chat. I've talked about Aquashella. I talked about some of the. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna share with you one more thing. How about that? Some of you already know this, but I'm also a collector of clocks, antique clocks. Today at Goodwill, yeah, you guessed it. They had a antique clock there for $10. And knowing Vides, he couldn't leave without having that in his vehicle. So I picked up another clock. It chimes. This is probably a 19. Now this is a newer one, probably 1965. So it's not it's not antique like my other ones. Most of my other clocks, they're like early 1900s or late 1800s, 1899, like that. Most of my other clocks I got. The Renaissance man, yeah.
Jeff Kane asked if somebody can just buy $50 of Blackworms. I'm sure you can. They're very nice people, and they answer their Facebook messages and they answer their emails. So you, excuse me, you could probably email them and say how much is, quarter of a pound or whatever, and they'd tell you.
Uncle Hunter doesn't have the higher end strains I know of. Pretty sure. It's like 59 years old, not too shabby. Yeah, like I said, this clock I got today, it's a in my collecting experience with the clocks. It seems I put this one almost a new clock almost in my collecting experience. So, but for $10, I couldn't pass it up because this clock right now, average on eBay, marketplace, wherever, it's at the cheap end one that needs repaired is $200 right now. That they're going right now. So for $10, I couldn't cry. I almost did. I almost cried with joy. Now it was dusty, which I had to clean up a little bit. But okay. Do they have a website, Curtis?
Yeah, it's fishfixusa.com. And I'll send that to you, Jeff, right now, before I forget.
All right. It's time for bed. Sweet dreams, everyone. Same here, Foxy. In that case, I think we'll wrap it up. How about that? Skull, what you got before we head out?
Keep everybody close to you. Keep your family close.
Yes. And thanks, Skull, for hanging out, joining me tonight. As always, you're phenomenal. You keep the live stream going smoothly. You bring the jokes in left and right, which is cool. And thanks to everyone in the chat for joining us as well. And thanks to everyone that I did not mention that I met at Alcochella. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Till later, have a wonderful night and a great weekend, y'all. Peace out. Bye.